Actually, you get done with that bottle?
Yeah. Matter of fact, yeah. I got you.
Girl, you don't have to finish it. If it got water in it, the better. So that won't move.
Oh, yeah, the whole
Yeah, pinch it, yeah.
Cool.
Go. Alright, we should be live. Alright, so.
Oh,
yeah, just push it back. Shalom.
Shalom, Akim.
First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation and much love to you. Akim out there pushing out his word and truth and sincerity. We're the brothers from Great Millstone Temple, back with another lesson, as well as edifying. I'm the brother Ash.
Qual. Brother Malakaya.
And we're just going to do a quick video, just speaking on, at the end it shall speak. And go ahead.
All right, it's the book of Habakkuk 2. We're going to start verse 2. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that read."
Start at the top. Start at verse 1.
Oh, verse 1?
Yeah.
Oh, so lucky. Habakkuk 2 and 1. "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved."
So that's before you actually see the prophecies. That's how you're gonna hear about them. Because what the watchmen, the ones that are watching, the ones that are on the towers, seeing what the Lord is saying, and how is the Lord speaking to us through these prophecies, man? Because we got the word, obviously, which is the Comforter, but as we see these prophecies come to pass, we see that the Lord is talking to us, man, letting us know, hey, this is the time. This is the way that the Lord shows his prophets. Hey, look, this is what time you're in. We don't need to have him to say, all right, hey, we three days before, or 3 hours before such and such event. Now, because the prophecy's telling us where we are in the sense of time frame of the Lord's return. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, I got something real quick.
Yeah.
Isaiah 62 and verse 6. "I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem."
Oh, Jerusalem, man. So the Lord set up watchmen for Jerusalem, right, which are the Israelites. All right, not only to warn them in the days of old of impending doom, wars, whatever case may be, but now spiritually as well. All right, because we're spiritually telling you to get right before it physically comes, the destruction physically comes, because our people are destroyed. Mentally, people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, but now they're physically going to be destroyed, and that's why you got the watchmen blowing the trumpets. All right, telling you. Making it plain, making it very, because the mysteries are things hard to be searched out, but they're revealed unto the servants, the prophets. So we make them clear, we make them crystal clear. We turn math equations. Here it is. Esau, you got a bunch of chicken scratch on the chalkboard, and you're looking at it like, what the fuck does this mean? But then the dude comes and solves it down to the answer exactly. All these X, Y, 2, 4, 18, squiggly line X, and then it says equals 8. Right. So you're like, what the fuck does this even mean? But then we gave you the answer, so we're making it clear. Okay. So this is what it means. Right. So that's what the men of the Lord, the prophets of the Lord, are to make it clear, make it plain. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, though.
It says, "which shall never hold their peace day nor night."
Right. That's what the prophets of the Lord are, man. That's why we're supposed to lift up our voice like a trumpet, man. Not holy. So and it's not like one prophet of the Lord is going to be preaching all day long. No, that's why there's a body. So when we're asleep here, on the other side of the world, brothers are going live. Right. Brothers, bro, all day long. There's not an hour that goes by where a video. I'd say there's not 10 minutes that goes by. Shit, 5 minutes that go by that you go on your subscription page and there ain't a video being uploaded by a brother. Mm-hmm. So day and night, this word is going out. The watchmen are speaking day and night. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
It says, "Ye that make mention of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, keep not silence."
Right. Them that make mention of the name of the Lord. Mm-hmm. So you got to know the names of the Lord first of all right, to even get to the point where you not holding your peace. Go ahead back to that.
Back in Habakkuk 2, verse 1, it says, "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Mm-hmm. And Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables."
Right, so the vision was written, and it was made. Let's get this word. Go to the word written first. Let's see what it says, because it probably says something about published. Just guessing, but we'll see. It said write the vision, which is ultimately it was physically written, obviously in the scrolls, the ancient scrolls, then translated onto different, different. I forgot what kind of material. Now, before they translated to the books, it was not the scrolls. It was something in between. I can't remember. It's in that book. That book that I bought the other day. There's a parchment or some shit, parchment paper or some shit like that. But it was before they actually started putting it in collections and books and whatnot. You get that word though?
All right. For right and
right, yeah.
In Habakkuk 2:2, the word right is katab. It says it's a verb. It says to write, to record, to enroll, to inscribe, to engrave, to write in and write on, to write down, describe in writing, to register, to enroll, record, or to decree.
There you go, or to decree. Well, let me see something real quick in the Strongs. Prescribe, subscribe. Okay. Yep. So there you go, man. So we not only was it written, where it's actually being decreed now. All right. The visions are being decreed, but they was also written. That's why we're able to read them today. And they get the word plain now.
All right, so going into the word plain in Habakkuk 2:2, the word plain, make it plain. It says to ba'ar, it's a verb. It says to make plain, distinct, to make clear.
To make clear, there you go, man. That's the point. So we make these visions clear, man. Because you read about the visions that Jeremiah had and Ezekiel had and Isaiah had and the book of Revelation. Those are visions. So you have to make those clear because you read about the dragon and the 10 horns, the 7 heads. You're like, what? People don't understand. So the watchmen have to make him clear. So the prophecies are made very clear right now because we in the latter days, the 100% truth have been revealed unto us. All right, Yahushua has loosened the seals, and now we're able to break down. We got the full understanding because when Yahushua was on the scene after he left, they didn't have the full understanding because the scriptures weren't even fully written yet. So how would they have the full understanding? Because John the Revelator, even when he was writing it down, the book of Revelation down, he didn't understand what he was seeing. He just wrote down and described it the best he could. The visions that he was getting. Now is the time for those visions to be made clear, made plain.
Real quick.
We'll actually keep now get the next word. We'll finish that verse again.
Back in Habakkuk 2 in verse 2, it says, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Yeah, now get the word run. See what it says for run.
All right, so going into run. The word run is, it says ruts,
that's Rawataza.
Rawataza. All right.
Rawataza.
Rawataza.
Yep.
Fine. It says it's a verb. It says to run.
Oh, no, wait. Let me see that last one. Oh yeah, that's Taza. Yep.
All right, come on. It says to run, runners, to run swiftly, a dart, to bring or move quickly, hurry, to drive away from, cause to run away.
Right. So let him run that reading, because you're supposed to run away from. First of all, you're supposed to run away from this place, coming back to hurt my people. But you're supposed to run? What did people run for? Back in the day, they would run to deliver a message.
That's right.
Like they didn't have the post office or instant messaging. So you would have to. All right, let's say there's watchmen farther outside the city. If they see something, they send a runner to the other watchmen that are at the gates or the walls to let them know what's up.
Yeah, to deliver the
message.
So
if you understand it, if you've seen it, then let him run that reading. You're supposed to run there, just pass the message on.
That's right.
And at the same time, you're escaping the danger.
That's right.
Go ahead. You had a precept.
Yeah, real quick. Proverbs 27, verse 12. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
Right, the prudent man, that prudent runner, he's gonna hide himself, obviously, because he has a message to deliver. So he gonna be out. That's where they originally get the word marathon from. They run the 24K mile, whatever, 20K endurance race or whatever.
Right.
Well, that's where they get the word marathon, because it was originally, I think it was in Marathon, Greece or whatever. It was a guy that he just ran nonstop to deliver a message.
Right.
So that's where they get that marathon, because the dude ran nonstop, and that's where they get that from. So,
Yeah, to deliver the message, all right, from the king. All right. You got it, bro.
Yeah, gun. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
And the simple are the ones that don't take heed to the prophets, to the watchmen. All right, here it is. This dude just ran 80 miles, and you wonder, you don't want to take heed to him. What you think? He just running for no reason? Paul even like this, the truth unto a race. He said, "He that runneth the race runneth to receive a prize." You're not just running for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
And the watchmen aren't blowing the trumpets for no reason. But what? It's a strange sound to these people, because what? They're in their mirth, they're in their festivities, not knowing that the trumpet is blowing, but they can't hear it because they're caught up in the bullshit. They're caught up in the music and shit, and they're the music, the festivities, so to say. So they can't even hear the trumpet being blown. Just like, but they're gonna come to the realization very soon. Eventually it's gonna be a skip in the track or something. A pause between the songs, and then they're gonna hear the trumpet, and what the fuck was that? Just like when King Solomon was being established as king, what happened? Absalom, was it Absalom? Yeah, Absalom was over there partying and shit with his boys, and they say, "Wait a minute, what's that uproar in the city for?" And they were caught up in their festivities, and then what happened? Reality set in.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That was it on that, though?
Yeah, that was it.
Go ahead.
Back in Habakkuk 2. 2 again, it says, "And Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai answered me and said, Write the visions and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak."
Right, because we were supposed to keep warning, because it's for a point. The visions are for a appointed time.
Right.
Whatever vision, and a lot of those visions have already come to pass. But now we down to the final ones. And now we see that they're for this appointed time. The majority of the end time, well, not the end time prophecy, but the majority of these prophecies that we always hit on, it's right now, man. This is for now, today. In the sense of these last days, man. All right, it's not for 10 years in the future. It's not for 30 years ago. It's for right now. And this is the days we're living in the latter days. Get second Ezra real quick, 8:50.
I'm here.
Go ahead.
I got you. Second Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50.
Because now at this point in time, you can see that this is speaking. Go ahead.
Second Ezra 8 and verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world.
Right. So many great miseries is going to be done to them that dwell in the world in the latter days. And you see what's going on in the world. You got kids getting blown up over there in the Middle East, all kind of chaos, pestilence, famine going on out the four corners of the earth, and it's only going to get worse. So it said many great miseries. So it's all kind of horrible things is happening throughout the earth on a scale that's never been seen before.
That's right.
World War III is at a all-time high. All right, to the point where missiles are flying. Shit, not can fly any day. They are flying. Yeah, ceasefire, that's bullshit, man. They still killing niggas right now as we speak. They just showing you bullshit on TV. The Palestinians can't report on it because Israel blew up their media. There's wars going on non-stop right now, and there's miseries going on throughout the world. And again, they're gonna get a lot worse. And that's how we know it's speaking, because look at this last year. Just a year. Let's just look at this in 1 year, from 1 year ago. Back in May of 2020. Look at how different the world is, man, and how different it continues to get. Because why? The visions were for an appointed time, and now we're at that time. Go ahead.
It says, because they have walked in great pride.
And America's the proudest country on the planet, man. Proud to be American. All right, the home of the brave, land of the slave, the home of the simp, and the land of the slaves is what it should say.
Yeah.
right? But look, you still got, even amongst this not the simplicity, the simplicity, you have people that are proud as hell, in their dire straits. You still got, there be bums that be proud, bro. Not so much like they used to, because now they're starting to see that shit. You know what? Everybody else is starting to get in the same condition we are, so they feeling just like normal people now. But what, these people that, you know, bullshitting with their lives, they're coming to the realization that their shit is going down the drain, and they're still proud. That's why there's gonna be many great miseries done upon them, because they're proud, man. And it's only, I mean, people around the world have realized where we're living at, what the situation of the planet is on. And only the Americans are still in Lollapalooza land. Because everywhere else, they realize that the shit ain't right. The world is headed to war. Everybody sees that, but you're everyday American. They're at the drive-thrus at McDonald's, honking the horn, blaring the horn, because they couldn't get the McChicken done right. All right. At the basketball games, filling the seats up again. So they're proud. They're just, look, America's, you know, they're releasing us again, allowing us to do this and do that. But then you're unemployed. You got nothing going for yourself. You're miserable. Your kids hate themselves. They hate you. You know, the food is going, the cost of food is going up. And any little thing that Esau puts on the news, you're panicking, going to panic buy. So really, these people are miserable, you know, and they're gonna go through miserable events and more as we get closer to the return of the Lord. Go ahead, though.
On that?
Yeah, I got something real quick.
Right.
2nd Ezra 16 and verse 64. Therefore hath the Lord exactly search out all your works, and he will put you all to shame.
Go ahead, you got it.
And when your sins are brought forth, ye shall be ashamed before men, and your own sins shall be your accusers in that day. You know, so backing the brother up, you know, like you there is no excuse, man. Okay, the Lord is going to bring your sin, okay, all right, to pretty much be out there on the table.
Your accusers.
It's going to accuse you.
The witnesses.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you go to court, and then you going through the court, and they bringing out this and that, and then all of a sudden they bring out these star witnesses, and then bam, they got you cold red-handed. Right. Because you didn't even expect it. Oh shit, I didn't even know this nigga seen it. This nigga recorded you doing the crime.
Fuck them.
You got you. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's letting, because you know, a good lawyer, he'll let the defense run if not the defense. Yeah, the defense, right? The one that or no, it's like the prosecutor, right? The prosecutor will let the defense go on and on, trying to defend himself, and then if they got a star witness that got that kind of evidence, boom, they gonna drop it in at a perfect time. Like, boom, sir, Your Honor, here's the witness. He got it on camera. You know, he can testify, and boom, this is where we're at. Now the Lord is bringing out the star witnesses, which are who? The elect. Okay, all right, the ones that had the testimony of Yahushua, which is the spirit of prophecy. But what we're in behind enemy lines, telling on Esau, because he's the accuser of his brother. He trying to tell on us. What we telling on this nigga? And we're the star witnesses. And now, because what the scripture said that he left the apostles for the last. So now the star witnesses is coming out, and they're popping out of everywhere, bro. You got a witness. We're gonna call up to the stand a witness from New York, a witness from LA, a witness from London, a witness from Australia. So you finished, man. We got you on all accounts. Esau guilty on all accounts. 2/3 are guilty on all accounts, man. Go ahead. You got more on that?
I got something for you real quick.
Okay. All right.
I got a quick precept going into what the brother going into. All right, because we're making inquisition. All right, against the wicked. All right, this is the book
cases on all you niggas.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1. We can start at verse 9. It says, "For inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly."
Right, and the ungodly begin with the house of Israel, man. All right, yeah, we know Esau is wicked. He's supposed to be doing that. We're not inquiring in why he's wicked. The Lord told us he's wicked. We inquiring on 2/3 of our people. That's right. Shit, Esau not the only one telling the Most High, look at these niggas, because the accuser of our brother. That's what. Look at them eating pork. Well, we telling the Most High the same thing. Right. Look at our people, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
But what we
Oh,
telling
yeah.
we telling all the heathen as well, man. We're not telling them. We just telling them what's gonna happen.
Right.
You know, but we're witnessing to it. You know, we're giving our testimony. Go ahead. Yeah.
Back in Wisdom of Solomon 1:9, for inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly.
Right, and that word pretty much means put a case on. You know, inquire, to inquire. You know, when you're inquiring like a private detective, he inquires whoever's he's been hired to follow. You know, trying to get the dirt on them, taking photos, getting voice recordings and shit.
Yeah, getting all type of evidence.
Exactly, setting up the okie doke. You know?
Form. Right,
Yeah.
right.
And that's what we going into. That's why we brought out in Isaiah the 62nd, which actually why we went into at the end it shall speak. How is it going to speak? By the prophets speaking that word, man. And at the end it shall speak. So he's
But
getting
at
that.
the end it shall speak is really the prophecies.
Yeah.
The prophecies taking place. That's how it's speaking.
Yeah.
But like the brother said before that, it's the prophets are gonna tell you it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then it
That's why
happens.
it's
Then you don't have to believe us no more because it's speaking for itself.
Yeah.
Right.
Like yo, hey, like you know, hey, somebody in a rap battle, hey man, he gonna drop bars on you.
Telling you.
I'm speaking for him, but then when he come, he gonna speak for himself. So that's what the Lord doing, because that's what he said when not Ezekiel, Second Ezra 9. It tells you that then thou shalt well understand that the Lord have begun to visit the earth. Because right now we're telling you that the Lord was coming. We've been telling you that. And now he's coming. He has begun to visit the earth.
Yeah.
Now he's speaking for himself.
Yeah.
But we continue to tell you the things he hasn't done yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, ambassadors, man.
Yep.
Right.
You know, ambassadors of Mashiach, man. That's what they hate. You know, it's the fact that they can't stop it, bro. Because it's spiritual. You know, it's not they can run up on Jay. Nah, you got us numbered, bro. You can't run up on the elect, though, bro.
It's
all
too
spiritual.
It's too high for their pay grade, man. For anybody's pay grade.
Yep.
There is remember the Lord said, "My ways are higher than your ways." So how much more these fucking regular people, man? At least we understand a little bit of what the Lord has given us. Well, we understand everything now that the Lord has given us, but these people don't know what the hell is going on.
Yep.
Lost in the souls.
Yep.
Even the elites that know the prophecies, they still don't understand it like we do.
Like the depths of it.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why they gonna be scared and yet just
just
fight.
fight, yeah.
Because they gonna be like, damn, well, we do know, but you don't know.
And,
You do know,
and that's
you don't know,
that's
bro.
the thing, because even Pharaoh in ancient Egypt, he understood, he knew, but what the Lord would just continue to harden his heart. So one day he would agree, and then the very next morning he'd be like, "No, fuck this
Yeah.
shit."
Yeah.
So it's not up to you at the end of the day. It's up to the Lord, because you'll get it at night. You might, man, you know what? We need to leave these people alone, and then you wake up and fuck this shit. You know, fuck. So hey, the Lord, that's the Lord though. You know, so that's why they can't get it.
I got something for you real quick.
Let's finish that. Yeah.
Back in Wisdom of Solomon 1:9, for inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly, and the sounds of his words shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. All right.
Go ahead, you got it.
Oh, and it's going back into what? The sound of his words. That's the prophets. All right, speaking out. All right, into the ungodly. All right, speaking out to the 2/3. Speaking out into Esau, Edom. All right, this inquisition has been made unto them. All right, about their deeds. All right, and these things are being revealed in these last days.
Okay. I got something real quick. First Corinthians 4:9, verse 9. For I think that the Most High have set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed unto death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and unto men. You know, so we are. That's the reason why the Lord sent us out last, to be pretty much laughed at, because ultimately, what we're saying is the truth.
Right.
And that's why what we were talking about earlier. People will laugh at you when you say the truth. You know, you'll say something that's real and then, ha ha. But ultimately, they know they gotta, before you go to sleep, that damn man, what he said was real.
That's
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a defense mechanism to laugh it off.
Right.
Like, damn, nigga, your car ain't shit.
Yeah.
Like, damn, that car ain't shit. It's a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
You know, it's part of body language. You know, that's something that a person to do on a subconscious level, not even knowing it's a defense mechanism. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to put up your barrier or your walls, so you don't seem like you hurt. But you hurt. You can laugh it off all you want, but
And bro, and that's Esau. He Elder Apostle, I'm sorry, Elder Yashua, but always bring this up. First they laugh at you,
Yep.
Okay, then they mock, then they start taking you serious. And that's what's happening, man. They laughed at us, right? Mocked. Now they taking us serious. And I did a lesson through the Spring Power some side. Okay, the other day, a couple days ago, on RT, going into how one of the chief ex-heads of the Pentagon said, look, y'all need to start taking these chariots seriously, man.
Right.
You need to start taking, that's what he said. He said, y'all need to start taking these so-called UAPs and so-called serious.
It's a threat.
It's a threat.
It's a national threat or
It's a
some shit
national
like
threat,
that.
man. How can you not be
Like
concerned about something that's entering into your house? But Zechariah 5, it shall enter into the house of the thief. You know? So now it's time that you take the Lord serious, man. No?
That was it on that? Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
I can go back in that Habakkuk.
Yep.
Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come."
Right, it'll surely come. Go ahead.
It will not tarry.
It will not tarry. So it's not tarrying no more, man. It surely is here. You know, the mark of the beast is here. It's not a matter of time of when. It's already here. It just hasn't been. Esau just hasn't been. We'll go get Revelation 13 real quick. This is really what hasn't happened with the mark concerning the mark of the beast, because it's here. People are already got it. People are literally buying and selling with it. You see, this is the thing about these other camps that don't believe the mark of the beast is a chip. You go up to them and say, what on the earth in history has been implanted into people that allowed them to buy and sell? They're going to look at you with a stupid look, and they're going to give you a stupid answer. But the answer is the RFID chip. That's the only thing that has been implanted into somebody that is able to buy something. You know what I'm saying? That what else has been implanted in somebody that they could go to the store and buy something? And there's countless videos showing people buying shit with a chip in their hand. So like, yo, come on, bro. It's already happening. What John saw, we have been witnessing for years now. It just hasn't been to the level where it's gonna be made mandatory. Yep. So that's get verse 16. Yeah, get straight to 16. Yep.
This is the book of Revelations 13 and 16. "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand."
Right. So the part that hasn't happened is he caused it. You go into that word there, it says to make. So he hasn't made everybody get it just yet.
It's not
But people have got it already. That's the point. People have already got it. And there's nothing else on the planet, in the history of the planet, that has been able to
Mandate.
keep going. Not to mandate, but because they've mandated people that you need cash to buy things. But that was not inserted into you, right? Because it said that their foreheads are in their hands. People are gotten this shit in their hands and are currently buying things with it. That's the only thing that's ever in the history of humankind been able to do that. So what is the mark of the beast? Go ahead.
Back at Revelations 13 and 16. "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads."
To receive. Get the word receive. And then let's go to Revelation 14 too.
Let's not go in Revelations 13 and 16.
Because this is what we're talking about. At the end they shall speak. You know? This is the last when you see this prophecy be fully fulfilled, because it's like partially fulfilled right now. It's taking place, but it just ain't mandatory yet.
Yeah.
All right, the mark of the beast. Go ahead.
All right, going to that word receive is didomai.
13:25. Didomi.
Didomai. All right, it says to give something to someone of one's own accord, to give
of one's own accord. So ultimately, you're gonna have to take it on your own accord. It's not gonna be forced on you. Go ahead. In the sense, they're gonna force it, but it's not gonna be forced at the same time. They're gonna put you in a corner. It's like, look, if you wanna eat, you gotta get this. So that's the way they force you to do it. Because if you want to eat, you got to take it. But we believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, so we don't have to take it. You know, that's the way they're gonna force it. They're not forcibly gonna pin you down and put it in you, because then you wouldn't be taking it yourself. You know. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, showing your allegiance until Esau eat them.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna willingly take the chip.
That's what I'm saying. Really,
Choose who you choose ye this day.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
choose
who
you
shall
this day,
serve.
who you shall serve.
You know, so they're gonna choose that day. Like, damn, I took the chip. Right, and that's why we hold in Revelations 14, next chapter after that, for taking that chip.
So back at Revelations 13 and 16, it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great."
Oh, Salakia, go back to D. Read D. This is a definition for the receive. Read D, and read it all. Read two. D2. This is D2 in the etymology.
All right, so going back into that word receive in Revelations 13, didomai,
D2.
The point is D. It says to give one to someone at his own, and the point
No, wait,
is.
so where was it? Was it D2? Nope, it was
I can read D.
Oh yeah, D2. Yeah.
All right, so D. The point is at point D. It says to give one to someone at his own. He's at his own will.
Yeah, but go to 2 now.
All right. So the second one, it says to give one to someone to follow him as a leader and a master.
There you go, man. So that's you receiving the chip. You're gonna follow Esau as your master, right?
Yeah.
Which is what going back to the old of the servant that didn't want to leave. He didn't want to leave his master. Right. It says to grant or permit one. So you grant, you're allowing Esau. Which is that's why he's doing this test run right now. Let's see how many simps we can get with this shit. Because you allow him, you grant him permission to get you. If you know what I mean. You got with this with the SHOT. Let me see there's something I was looking for. Maybe it was a different word though. But let me see.
17.
Maybe it's in
it's in here.
Deliver. What was the word? To receive, right?
Receive.
It's receive.
That's receive.
Yeah, kind of.
All right.
I mean, that was pretty much it. That was the point. I mean, that was to receive. So you allow someone to have power over you, which is what you're seeing going on in the earth right now. But keep going. Yeah, read start 16 and read 17. Then we'll close off on Revelation 14. Yeah.
All right. Back in Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, and to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right. So it's going to come down to the point. It don't matter who you are. To shorten up this scripture, it don't matter who you are. It's going to come a time where it's going to be the two choices are going to be given to you: take this mark, or be casted out of society, possibly killed, and possibly thrown into a concentration camp. They're gonna have different areas for different people.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep. Back in verse 17, it says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast."
Hey, real quick, and it said that no man. So backing that brother up, no man. Okay, so ultimately it's gonna come down on all men, man. You know, so that's why the Lord has an elect, a remnant. You see, that's not going to bow down to the image of Baal, which spirit we actually seen at the story. Esau had the fucking Baal on his chain, man. You know, but so no man is going to be able.
What do you mean?
He had
the Baphomet. You mean?
No. He had the golden calf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then he laughed when we was talking
trying
about
to tell him.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't have told him shit.
Yeah. We just showing like you know they lost out here.
Yeah.
You know?
It was a Jake.
Edomite.
Then why tell him shit? That's his guy.
Yeah.
That's a waste of words. Be real with you.
So back at Revelation 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast.
There you go. So the point was buying and selling. Again, I asked you, whoever's watching this video, what has been implanted into people, have been received into people willingly. At this point, we still willingly, they motherfuckers buying it online, taking it for fun, chips and salsa parties. What has been taken that allows you to buy and sell? There's only one thing. Only one thing. Google it. Just Google what can you receive to buy and sell, or what can you implant to buy and sell.
Straight up, bro.
And then You can say, "Oh, it's the credit card." Okay, what's that? What's in that credit card though?
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So you can't get around it, bro.
Yeah.
I put the whole credit card in there. All right, but what in the credit cards allowing you to buy and sell? It's the chip.
Man. They always ask, "Do you got the chip?"
And what if you get a Boost mobile? Remember the old Boost mobile phones?
God.
Where you at?
Oh yeah,
You know the flip phones. You know what I'm talking about? Get one of those phones and go try to buy and sell something or buy something at the store with it. It's not gonna work. Why not? Because it doesn't have the RFID technology in it.
That's right.
But you can use your smartphone to buy and sell with the Apple Pay and the Samsung Pay. Why? Because it has the chip in it.
Exactly.
Now they want to put a chip in you. It's clear as day, bro.
Right. Yeah, they
Clear as
gearing
day.
you towards that.
Exactly. It's been conditioning people.
Yep. Yep.
And that's why they put it on the credit cards, because that was the first thing after cash. Before the apps were made and Samsung this, and it was the cards. And what they put in the cards, they put that magnetic strip first. Then they moved to where you got to insert it in there. And now it's to the point where you don't even have to touch it.
Right.
You could just wave the card over and it pays, right? So why is that? Because they're gonna put it in your hand next.
Right.
It's not fucking rocket science shit. We're making it clear.
Yeah.
Make it clear. You know what I'm saying?
And
it shall speak.
Exactly.
And it shall speak, as the brother say. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, bro, you got
Yeah, finish that verse off and then we'll close out on that.
I got you.
So back in Revelations 13, 17, it says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark."
What's going on right now with the world central banks? They go on to digital currency, so remedy that.
Hey, bro, my channel down for a few weeks. I'm on my other channel, my God channel, right? My third channel, and I don't have a YouTube Prime or whatever on there. So every other advertisement is a Bitcoin advertisement. You know what I mean?
Or some kind of digital currency.
Yeah. Cryptocurrency or Bitcoin is always that's the advertisement. So going into what we breaking down, man, bro.
Which now you see how they're crashing and shit. Not crashing, but it went real low. Why? Because they're centralizing the digital currencies. That's why. Remember, we've been talking about this for weeks now or months. That you saw allow that fucking Bitcoin to get fucking 64,000.
And then
It's at 37 right now.
God.
Why? Because he wants to entice people, show you this is the new way, and then ultimately he gonna, like the Apostle Tar been saying, it's a bubble. It's gonna crash. It's gonna pop soon, and that's where the central currency is gonna come in. It's a four-letter term. Digital currency. DCBC, some shit like that. BCDC, some shit like that. It's about the world central banks, the central banks of each country. They're making their own banks. You already got in the Bahamas the sand dollar, digital currency. China's working on theirs, about to release it. India's working on theirs. America's got, I think, like 4 or 5 different currencies they're trying to fuck with right now. But the feds, the reserve, which is not the U.S. government, is working on theirs. So it's we already see where it's headed, man.
It's geared towards.
They got Bitcoin machines and not Bitcoin machines, but what do you call it? Cryptocurrency machines, ATMs here and there. Why? Because they want you to put money in there, and then in return you get the cryptocurrency because they want to get the money off the streets.
That's right. All right.
Go ahead, though. No, that was it on that, right? 17. You read 17?
17. I ain't finished it.
Okay, finish that. Yeah.
Revelation 13 and 17, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name."
Which is all the same shit. Which that's another video for another day because you got to go into that. But it's all the same thing. The mark of the beast. What it say? The number of his name and what else?
The number of his name and the number of the beast.
And the number of the beast.
And had that mark.
Yeah. So it's all the same. Go ahead, though. Finish off on that. Revelation 14.
Right to the point.
9. You start 9.
Revelations 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed him, saying with a loud voice, "If any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark."
And receive his mark. Going to show you the image and the mark is separate. Check. It might be the same word, but check if it receive. It said and receive, right?
Yeah.
See if that receive is the same that we read in Revelation 13.
14.
We said Revelation 14 and 9.
Yeah. See if it's the same one we read in Revelation 13. Same word.
Receive. It's the word. Nah, it's the
It's a
word.
different word.
Yeah, different.
Okay.
Lamb. Bano. Labano. All right, it's a verb. It says to take.
There you go. So if you take it,
Take
we don't need to read no more. If you take his, so if you worship the beast, which is what EU, NATO,
Mm-hmm.
and his image, which is his philosophies, all right, democracy, whatever you want to call it, and take or receive his mark.
Yep.
It's going to show you there's a distinction, because you're going to worship his image and then take his mark. Go ahead.
The point 8, it says to take with the hand,
Mm-hmm.
lay hold of any person or thing in order to use it.
There you go. Good to use it for what? To buy and sell.
Right.
That's what you're gonna have to take hold of it for, or take it for, to buy and sell.
Yep. And it said take the hand. Why? Because you use your hands, man, to work, man.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what people. That's what people are going to ultimately take the chip. That's why you seen people coming up, getting their hand coming up to it, because that's what you use to move. You know, grab.
When
touch,
they present present the two options, a lot of people are gonna take it
In the hand,
willingly.
Yep.
This is the same word going down to D. It says to take, to admit, receive, to receive what is offered. What are they gonna offer you? The chip.
Yep.
Not to refuse or reject.
Ooh.
So you're not gonna reject it.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
Just like you're not rejecting this. You know what?
shit, bro. And right after that is a
It's a
missing.
spit bag, bro.
Yeah, go read the next verse, because this is the outcome of it, and it's gonna speak as well,
Con, bro.
and not lie.
Con. Revelations 14 and verse 9. In the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand,
Left or right,
the
or
same,
the head, Neuralink, all that shit. Go ahead.
Verse 10 is, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High.
Which is what his judgment. The judgment, because the cup we had to drink of was judgment. Now you're gonna have to, you do that, worship the beast, his image, and receive his mark. Then you're gonna, guess what? You're gonna receive of that cup, which is judgment, Lord's judgment. Right?
Con, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation.
Right, because it's gonna be poured out without mixture. Because what? It's gonna be fire. There's not gonna be, okay, well, maybe you break a leg and die slowly. Nah, you're gonna just burn slowly, bro. That's why it's without mixture, because there's gonna be no mercy. It's gonna straight wrath, 100% wrath, no chaser, no ice, nothing, not chilled, nothing. You just gotta drink it straight up. It's gonna be forced down your throat. Yeah.
Con. It says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
There you go. Unless you can be tormented how with fire. In the presence of the holy angels and the Lamb. So you're gonna be tormented in front of Yahushua, his angels, and the elect. Okay.
Yep.
And that's why we got Lord's will, we those men. We're gonna get to watch. You know. And so with that, Lord's will, this was edifying. We're gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakudash. Give honors to the elder apostles, Gray Milson, who were well, and salutation and much love to you. Akim out there pushing out his word in true sincerity.